Welcome once again to this channel. If you are new, consider subscribing to the channel if you want to keep receiving contents like this. Today we're going to share with you. I'm going to share with you four simple ways God uses the Bible to speak to us. Number one, positioning you in the story of another person in the Bible. So if you're a Christian, you should be experiencing this, and you may not understand, or you may be experiencing this and you may not understand. God has a way of positioning us in the stories of people in the Bible which will resonate with the situation you find yourself in. Jesus did that most of the time, and in Luke chapter 17 verse 26 it says, as it was in the days of Noah, so will it be. For instance, you are in debt and you do not know what to do to raise some money. As you pray and reflect, you find your situation deeply resonating with the widow of Samaria who came to Prophet Elisha for help and eventually got a miracle, but still needed to go and sell. Then, sales job comes to mind, for example. That will be God directing or speaking to you to take up a sales job that moment. He's using someone else's story, placing you in their story to direct you or to hear what he wants you to do in that moment. So when you experience this, or if you've been experiencing this, don't ignore. Number two, God parallels you to another person's story in the Bible. This is different from God positioning you in someone else's story. This is what I mean. Now, this is slightly different from the first one shared, and this is one of the ways God communicates with us alongside someone else's story to give you a better insight of where you are and where you are going, or what might be happening to you in that very moment. God said to Joshua in Joshua chapter 1, verse 5, "No man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life. Just as I was with Moses, so will I be with you." So God parallels Joshua's um, relationship with him going forward with that of Moses. So that's one way God uses to speak to us. So if you find God using people's story as a reference to speak to you, don't ignore. That's God speaking to you. Number three, heart sensations. Most Christians ignore this way of God's communication to them. This is when God explains truth to you or reminds you of scriptures that causes some form of heartburns that makes you acknowledge something you have been overlooking or missed or maybe completely new to. Just like what um, the two followers of Jesus experienced when he was explaining the prophetic significance of the scriptures in Luke chapter 24, verse 32 to them. Do you know what they said? "Didn't we feel on fire as he conversed with us on the road, as he opened up the scriptures for us?" Most Christians experience this when they are hearing the spoken word of God in the form of preaching, teaching, or prophecies. But most of the time we ignore. Don't be the one or the person who ignores God's voice this way. The final number four, the tenets of the Bible. Maybe you're already aware of this way of God's communication with you. God highlights the values, beliefs, principles, and practices as you're reading or studying the Bible. It may be something you already know or that is entirely new to you. So you may be studying the Bible and you find principles like honor, giving, or practices like meditative prayer stand out to you, even though you don't necessarily see them written in the Bible. That is God speaking to you. So if there are any of these four ways you've been experiencing and you did not understand what was going on, or you were not even aware that that was God speaking to you, well, I hope today you've gained some insight that will help you remain sensitive and have the posture of listening to God, when He's using the stories of other people to position you inside those stories, or whether He's using parallels where He parallels your story with someone else's, or He's using the heart sensation method, or maybe the last one, tenets of the Bible, to communicate spiritual truths to you. Whichever way, if you've been experiencing any of them, kindly let me know in the chat and share this with someone who may find it useful. God bless you. Shalom.